Hi, welcome to the first fake country we'll be covering on my channel, and possibly the last. After all, this is just my grade 8 social studies project. Hi, welcome to the fictional island of Zaminihoi Gungogun. It is located in the fictional continent of... yeah, I'm not gonna read that, dude. Yeah, no. Here, let my good friend Text-to-Speech read it out for us.
Skargerdzumno.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Text-to-Speech. Now, on to the actual learning part. Zaminihoi Gungogun has 5 distinct regions: the ice, the valley, the plains, the jungle, and the desert. You're so creative. The desert, the jungle. It sounds like you're just finding out the dictionary is real. You're actually starting to learn words. Wow. Now, let me continue, please. Now, out of the 5 distinct regions, the valley is the most populous out of all of them. The valley also holds the capital of Zaminihoi Gungogun, Oslo City. This is where you'll find most of the technology headquarters stationed, and this is where you'll also find the industrial center of Zaminihoi Gungogun. And most importantly, this is where you'll find the government buildings. Not the small tiny ones that you see down the street, the big boys, the big boys. The ice region is at the northernmost tip of Zaminihoi Gungogun. It is sparsely populated, so sparsely in fact that not many people are willing to make a major city out of there. The nearest major city is 48 kilometers away from the beginning of the ice region. The ice region is mostly populated with the native Inuit tribes that live there, and the remaining population are scientists who are based there, and some people who settled there alongside the natives when they first began attempting to colonize the region. The region's main economy is tourism. The Plains region is the largest region in the country, spanning 1/3 the country's landmass. And this is where 3 of the major cities lie in, where the agricultural sector is most present. The main economy of this region of Zaminihoi Gungogun is agriculture. The jungle region is a small but protected region, filled with native tribes, exotic animals, and uncharted land. The main economy in this region is tourism. The desert region is a barren region devoid with life, except for the mighty Mice River that flows through the mountains as a lifeline to the major city there, allowing a major city to be developed there. Another reason why people settle there is for the hidden resources that are hidden within the desert, just like diamonds, gems, etc. Multiple quarries stationed around the desert to get these precious stones and materials. One of the largest defining features of Zaminihoi Gungogun is the Mice River. This is the major river that flows down from the glaciers from the north down to the south. This mighty river supports the booming agricultural economy that helps make Zaminihoi Gungogun the largest exporter in the continent. And with this boundless supply of fresh flowing water flowing through the mighty Mice River, Zaminihoi Gungogun set up multiple dams along this river so that they can power their booming economy with a renewable energy source. There are 2 mountain ranges in the country. One of them is the Oslo mountain range, which, you guessed it, surrounds Oslo City, which is in the valley region. One of the other mountain ranges within the country is the Kafir mountain ranges that separates the lush plains from the harsh desert. Since Zaminihoi Gungogun is an island nation, just like everyone from the insert Texas
Skargerdzumno.
continent, they need a thing that any successful island nation will have: ports. Or harbors if you like it that way, but I like to say ports. And Zaminihoi Gungogun does not shy away from these port cities. Zaminihoi Gungogun has 3 port cities: Oslo City, Abensted, and Oak Bay. And because of those 3 large port cities, it helps Zaminihoi Gungogun be the largest exporter in the region, exporting about 110 metric tons of stuff to other nations annually. This may not seem a lot, but considering that Zaminihoi Gungogun is a small island nation, it's quite large. In order to have a heavily based exporting economy, you've ought to have a good infrastructure, and Zaminihoi Gungogun has that pinned down as well. It has a countrywide highway system, aka Highway 1. Totally no affiliation with the Canadian countrywide highway system that is also known as Highway 1 that branches out into major cities. This highway reaches from the tip of the ice region to the bustling streets of Oslo City, down to the barren desert. Another common means of transportation is ferry. Considering that the mighty Mouse River flows from north to south, people are bound to use the ferry system to get to one place from another. Their largest trade partners are the Tvini Ostrovi Federation and Vancouver Island Sea Company. Tvini Ostrovi is their largest export partner, while the Vancouver Island Sea Company is their largest import partner. Daily, the Vancouver Sea Company exports 1,000 barrels of oil to Zaminihoi Gungogun. This may seem little, but it used to be a lot larger. The government of Zaminihoi Gungogun is trying to cut carbon emissions by half, and with this, they replace it with the multiple renewable energy sources. This is very present due to 70% of their energy sources are renewable and green. The remaining energy sources that aren't renewable are generated by nuclear power plants. Now, what do you call a person from Zaminihoi Gungogun? Yeah, I don't know either, but I'll just make something up. Zaminais. They will be called Zaminais. 50% of the 5 million people living in Zaminihoi Gungogun identify as white. Another 25% identify as a native to one of the three major tribes in the region. Shaka, the people in the desert, Inuit, the people who are in the ice region, and the Mayan, who live in the jungle. 10% of these people identify as a mix between white and native. And the other 15% of them, they identify some other racial minorities, such as the Asians, the blacks, and even some Israelis here and there. The history of the Zaminai can be put shortly as refugees running away from the Vikings. In 1100 AD, they set up Oslo City in the Oslo Valley. People began migrating outwards from the valley, discovering the Mice River. Even more people start moving out of the Mice Valley due to the influx of good economy outside of the valley. People are also moving away from the plains and trying to settle in the jungle, the ice, and even trying to cross the Kafir Mountains into the desert. They find the Shaka, a nomadic warrior tribe. The Shaka finally explore past the Kafir mountain range and settle in the plains. The Great Shaka pillaging, where in the 1500s many raiders ravaged the countryside in the plains. The only ones who were spared were in the valleys because the Shaka deemed it too dangerous to cross those mountains. The colonization of the desert and the ice. Gunpowder is imported from Tvini Ostrovi. The Great 12 Years' War against Tvini Ostrovi. And now, the boring old present. Thank you for bearing with me, ladies and gentlemen. Um, if you would like to see more of this, then please comment down below and please give me some honest feedback, because as you see, my production quality is quite low.